just slapped the black off that sister. Well, why did you do that for? Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host, Fahim, and today we got some more TikTok content. This is a story time about a sister who had a horrible experience at an African hair salon. I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it.
When I say God has been truly testing my patience and my faith, today was like one of the worst hair experiences I ever had. I'm crying because I'm upset. I'm upset and I'm angry because I kept my composure the entire time. I didn't go off. I ain't cuss, but I wanted to so bad. But I'm like, I've been going to church trying to get my life together and just elevate my life. So I was at Mary's African hair braiding on Kelly between 8 Mile and 7 Mile. I've been going to the same lady for about 10 years. I'm sorry, 9 years. So she recently opened up a larger shop to where it's like maybe 20 braiders, but the customer service was very poor. The shop opens at 8 o'clock. I was there at 7:30 out there in the line. They let us in at 8. The braiders then start showing up until 9 o'clock. By this time, it's about 20 of us seated. So only 2 or 3 braiders showed up. And then about another 20-30 minutes, another one braider came in, and they just started coming in periodically all the way up until 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. So they had a list. I was on the list. For some reason, I got skipped over, and I said something about it. But there was a lady about to get her hair done by the lady I was supposed to get my hair done by, because I was ahead of this lady by a whole hour. So I said something to the lady, and she told the lady, go ahead, sit down, don't worry about her, as if I didn't mean anything. So I brought it to the other lady's attention, and she was like, no, you sit here, you get your hair done. I was like, at this point, I just feel like she does not want to do my hair. So I am just going to wait until the next person. So it took about another hour. So at this time, it's about 10:30.
This is absolutely absurd. The fact that you have to deal with this kind of treatment, given that you probably about to pay hundreds of dollars to get your hair done, is insane. And I understand some people might say, well, I know sisters might not say this because y'all are accustomed to getting your hair done, but some people might say, why doesn't she just get up and leave? It's because, again, she formed a relationship, a bond with this hairstylist, and so she feels most comfortable with her. In addition to that, it can be very difficult to find a hairstylist to do your hair in a crunched amount of time. It can be very difficult to do that. And so that's why a lot of people put up with this service of just sitting down and the hairstylist treating them any kind of way, because they're like, bro, I didn't plan this for weeks or months. I didn't have my entire schedule planned out, only to be inconvenienced in such a ridiculous way. Let's keep going.
I finally get a lady that's doing my hair. For some reason, I don't know, she couldn't get my part right or what was the issue. I just know that another lady came over. They started arguing over my head, and the lady slapped her while she was in my head. Okay? So I got up, I moved, okay? And they started fighting in the middle of the shop, which is, it was crazy. Just very poor customer service. So it took about 30 minutes to get everything calmed down. So I finally get back in the chair with the same lady that got smacked, okay? So I noticed like about, 6 or 7 braids in, she wasn't using any product on my hair, and my hair felt real dry. So I'm like, okay, I don't think my parts are going to be, how I want them. So I asked to go to the bathroom. All the girls know when you don't know how your hair is looking, or you skeptical, you go to the bathroom and check your hair out. So I went to the bathroom and I took a couple pictures of my hair. It looked like my braids, it looked like my 5-year-old daughter did my braids in the back. My parts were not crisp at all. There was no product on my hair. Some of the braids were intertwining with each other. So I'm like, okay. I walked out the bathroom and there was a customer out there. So I asked her, I was like, what do you think about, my parts in my head, she was like, oh no. She was like, no. So what she told me was, she was like, you want to know what? She's like, she's like, I'm back up here today because they played in my mother's hair yesterday and her parts were terrible. I'm like, okay. So I was like, let me go talk to the manager because, like I said, I have been going to this lady for 9 years. So I bring her to the back and I'm like, Mary, I'm like, can you just take a look at my hair? What do you think of my hair? She immediately started going off like, no, I'm tired of this lady. She give me a lot of problems, blah, blah, blah. She's fired. I fire her today. So I was like, okay. And she immediately just ran back out to, where all the people were. Cause like I said, we were in the back. And I guess she fired the lady, and the lady went over and smacked the girl, I guess, that smacked her. So now it's another brawl. This is brawl number 2, okay? Mind you, I got a couple braids in the back, so now I have to find another person to braid my hair. At this point, it's like 11 something. I can't really remember time. I just know it was around like 11 something. I had been there since 7:30, mind you. Sat down at 8 o'clock. So this is 11:30. I want to say between 11 and 11:30. I'm so mind boggled. I really, so she finally found somebody to do my hair. So I had to wait to get my hair taken down. I did get the full service. The lady that did do my hair, she's done my hair before and she was really, really sweet. I've never had no issue with her. And even in the midst of everything that was going on, she was really sweet to me. So I have no issue with her. It's Mary that I have the issue with. I guess the lady, she owns the place. So when it came time to pay, I asked Mary, I said, what time is it? It's 6:15. I just left about 15 minutes ago. So I've been there from 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to just say 8 because that's when we walked into the shop. I've been there since 8 this morning till 6 o'clock. I haven't had nothing to eat, nothing to drink. I'm tired. You can look at my eyes and tell.
And that is why so many sisters don't leave when it be an inconvenience like this. This kind of process can take the whole day, but it's absolutely absurd that you had to wait like that and not even properly get your hair done. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. That is insanity. And sisters, is there a faster way y'all could do this? Because that's crazy. Y'all gotta schedule out an entire day to get your hair done. An entire day. Be in that chair 3, 4, 5 hours. Jeez, but let's keep going.
I was like, Mary, can we go in the back and talk? Because I want to, kind of discuss the price. I'm like, like it was a lot going on today. And I'm like, it took way longer than expected. Like I've been here for a whole shift plus some. So she just went out like how she went off earlier when I, talked to her about the braids in the back. She just went off on me like, you gonna pay me my money, da 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 da. Start going off on me. I'm like, you know what, Mary? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pay you your money. But you want to know what? I'm never coming back. And I'm like, you don't even realize how many customers you lost just based off of the things that happened today. So many women I talked to in there said, like, I'm never coming back here. Some women even said, like, they don't even want to get their hair braided no more because of this experience. I made this video so that y'all could be aware. Just don't spend your money there. Do not. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? The customer service is poor. The back room just nasty altogether. I don't even know how they're washing hair back there. You know what I'm saying? The attitudes, not everybody's attitude was nasty, but to be an owner, you know what I'm saying? Like I expected to be compensated in some type of way. I've been here for 12, 13 hours. Like that's crazy. I'm sorry. I got my math mixed up. I'm so sleepy. But I've been here for a very long time, I expect to be compensated, seeing as that you got people fighting over my head. I'm here double the time. I done had to get my hair braided, taken down, and re-braided. Like, man.
Yeah, nah. She definitely deserves to be compensated. And I don't even think people understand the gravity of this situation. To lose a customer that's been with you for just about a decade. She said 9 years, but essentially 10 years. A decade. That is crazy. A customer like that is invaluable. A customer like that will do exactly what she did. If the owner of the shop decides to pick up and leave to a different location, she has formed such a close bond and relationship with that owner that she's willing to deal with the inconvenience of going to a different location. That's how valuable, or rather invaluable, a customer like this is. And to just throw that down the drain for an understandable situation on her part, given that she wants to be compensated for her inconvenience, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why would you throw a customer down the drain like that? That speaks volumes of that owner's irresponsibility as a hairstylist, as the owner of the shop, and as a businesswoman. That is incredibly sad. Let's keep going.
I don't know. I try to come to a conclusion with the lady. I was very nice to her. I just don't want y'all spending y'all money there. I'm over Detroit Stylist. It's like you can't find nobody that's reliable, and when you do find somebody, they either got a poor attitude, you know what I'm saying, or they just, you know what I'm saying, they can't do what they said they could do, or they trying to get you out of deposit. Like, I'm just over it. And I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. Y'all have a good day.
Damn! She just slapped the black off that sister. Well, why did you do that for? What did she do that for? What? So this is how the braid style looked after she was sitting in the chair. I'm assuming this is where she went to the back and decided to take a picture and look in the mirror. Yeah, sisters, let me know. Yeah, I have locks, so I can kind of tell these don't look too clean. From the sisters I've seen get their hair done, usually when you get it done, especially the hundreds of dollars you're paying for, usually you want them parts to be pretty crisp. You're looking for them to be pretty crisp. This is looking dusty, rusty, and crusty, okay? I'm not liking the way that look. Let's keep going.
Y'all, my hair was done 7 days ago. I tie my hair up every day. Look how much hair they left out. Look how my braids are. Look. I only had my hair in for 7 days. This looks like a 2, 3 week.
Not y'all having my ex-husband call me and ask me, am I okay? That's hilarious. But for those of y'all saying, oh, I would have did this, I would have did that, I would have popped off. That's the thing with a lot of people in this world. Y'all are not forward thinking. I have children, I have a business, and I have a life. That situation could have had a way worse outcome than it did. I'm not trying to be, in no fight, having an assault charge. Like, that's just dumb at the end of the day. About some hair? I think not. I have way more going on in my life that I need to put my attention towards. Not a fight at a braid shop. Period.
So, what do you guys think about this story time? I think this sister was absolutely correct. She has way too much to lose to put her life on the line for some braids at a braid shop. She was not assaulted. She was not physically harmed. She was not the victim of an attack. And so therefore, I think that she made the right decision to not get into an altercation, a physical altercation that could lead her to have to deal with the legal system. However, I will say she was significantly inconvenienced. I think that she is deserving of compensation given that inconvenience. And I think that the stylist in that parlor do a very poor job, at least the ones that this situation concerns, did a very poor job at managing these very high stakes situations, and making sure nobody was physically hurt, and making sure all of the customers felt included in a safe environment. I think that they failed miserably at all of those things. But let me know, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me that she deserves compensation, that she performed, or excuse me, not performed, but handled the situation very well? Or do you disagree? Do you think that she should have gotten into an altercation, potentially had to go through the legal system, and be held accountable for putting her hands on somebody in that shop, even though she was not attacked? Thank you for tuning into this Clocked Out Conversation. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!